The Lakers started the night with a burst of energy, moving the ball well and playing aggressive defense. Early on, it looked like Los Angeles had a real shot to steal a win on the road. LeBron was locked in from the opening tip, attacking the rim, hitting from deep, and setting the tone for his teammates. Meanwhile, Minnesota seemed to be feeling the pressure early. And Luca Donic, expected to be a major factor for LA, was clearly not himself. Struggling with stomach pain that had started the night before, Luca could barely get into a rhythm. He scored just 2 points in the opening stretch, and it was clear he was fighting through more than just the Timberwolves' defense. Despite Luca's struggles, the Lakers kept pushing. Austin Reaves stepped up in a big way, showing his usual fearlessness and chipping in with some timely buckets. Together with LeBron, he kept the offense flowing, and the Lakers ended the first half ahead by 4 points. It wasn't perfect, but it was enough to give Lakers fans hope. By halftime, LeBron had already poured in 22 points. The King was in playoff mode, aggressive, smart, and playing with that sense of urgency that only comes with years of postseason battles. You could feel the intensity building. Every possession mattered. Every shot felt heavier. But the second half, that's where things unraveled. The Lakers' offense suddenly went ice cold. Shots that had fallen in the first half started clanking off the rim. Open looks turned into rushed attempts. Layups rimmed out. Meanwhile, the Timberwolves found their groove. Led by Anthony Edwards and a relentless defense, Minnesota started forcing turnovers, 16 in total, and turning those mistakes into easy points. Every time the Lakers tried to push back, the Wolves answered. A three-pointer here. A fast break dunk there. The energy inside the target center kept building, feeding the home team's confidence. Still, it wasn't a blowout. Not yet. Toward the end of the third quarter, just when it looked like Minnesota might pull away for good, Luca Donic gave the Lakers a jolt. Fighting through the pain, he buried a ridiculous, high-difficulty three-pointer that brought the deficit back down to just 2 points heading into the fourth quarter. It was a sign of life. A reminder that anything can happen in the playoffs. One hot streak. One big defensive stand. One superstar taking over. And for a few minutes, it really seemed like the Lakers might steal the game. The fourth quarter turned into a war. Every possession was a battle. Both teams traded buckets, traded fouls, and traded momentum. The Lakers fought their way back, even managing to tie the game at one point. LeBron kept attacking. Reaves kept finding ways to make plays. The defense tightened up. The Lakers refused to go away. But then, Anthony Edwards happened. With under 2 minutes to go, Edwards, who had been relatively quiet compared to his usual explosive self, hit back-to-back three-pointers that completely shifted the game. Suddenly, the Timberwolves had breathing room. The Lakers, exhausted and scrambling, couldn't find another answer. The final minutes ticked away, and with them, the Lakers' hopes of stealing a crucial road win. Final score, Timberwolves 116, Lakers 104. Despite the loss, LeBron James reminded everyone why he's still one of the most dangerous players in the league, even at 40 years old. He finished with a monster double-double, 38 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks. He shot 55.6% from three-point range, leading the team both in scoring and in heart. It wasn't just the numbers. It was the way LeBron played. Every drive to the basket, every defensive rotation, every vocal huddle with his teammates, he was doing everything he could to will his team to victory. Austin Reaves also deserves credit. He stepped up when needed, finishing with 20 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists. Without him, the Lakers wouldn't have even been close. But that's where the positives end. Luca Donic, who had been so important to the Lakers' success earlier in the series, was a shell of himself in Game 3. He finished with just 17 points, well below his playoff average. And yet, even sick, he managed to contribute in other ways, dishing out 8 assists, pulling down 7 rebounds, grabbing a steal, and blocking a shot. He fought. There's no questioning that. But it was clear the illness had drained his energy, sapped his explosiveness, and limited his impact on the game. The Lakers needed more help around their stars, and they didn't get it. Beyond LeBron, Reaves, and a limited Luca, the Lakers simply didn't have enough contributors. No other player cracked double figures in scoring. The bench combined for just 19 points, not nearly enough in a playoff atmosphere on the road. Missed opportunities, sloppy turnovers, cold shooting, and an overall lack of execution doomed the Lakers in the second half. Against a team as hungry and athletic as Minnesota, you can't afford mistakes. And the Lakers made too many. Now, the Lakers find themselves in a dangerous position. Down in the series. Momentum on Minnesota's side. And questions swirling about Luca's health moving forward. There's no time to dwell on the loss. Adjustments need to be made. The supporting cast has to step up. LeBron and Reeves can't carry the load alone, not against a Timberwolves team that smells blood. Game 4 is looming, and it's do-or-die time for the Lakers. Can they bounce back? Can Luca recover? Can the King lead one more playoff charge? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, if the Lakers want to keep their championship dreams alive, they'll have to fight harder than ever before. But now, at the worst possible moment, Luca Donic's health has become a serious question mark, and it's sending shockwaves through the team and its fans. During Game 3 against the Minnesota Timberwolves on Friday, it was revealed that Luca was battling a stomach virus. And just like that, what was already a high-stakes matchup turned into a tense, anxious night for the Lakers faithful. Luca Donic, the heart and soul of this Lakers squad, was doing everything he could just to stay upright, let alone dominate like we're used to seeing. According to ESPN's Lisa Salters, Luca had been fighting the illness for the past 24 hours. Head coach J.J. Redick confirmed it mid-game, telling reporters that Luca hadn't been right since Thursday night. He struggled to sleep. He spent most of Friday vomiting. He came into Game 3 already physically drained, trying to summon the strength to push through. And you could see it. It wasn't the Luca we know, the one who controls the pace, picks defenses apart, and pulls off moves that leave crowds speechless. This Luca was moving slower, laboring for every sprint, every shot, every pass. When the second half started, Luca wasn't even on the floor. Gabe Vincent took his spot in the lineup. Luca stayed in the locker room, trying to recover enough to give it another go. When he finally checked back into the game about a minute into the third quarter, it was clear. This was going to be an uphill battle, for Luca and for the Lakers. He was trying. You could see the fight in him. But the body wasn't cooperating. The weakness was obvious. The energy wasn't there. The edge, that killer instinct we expect from Luca in the playoffs, was dulled by the toll the sickness had taken. And now, the clock is ticking fast. Game 4 is just around the corner, but with a stomach virus like this, full recovery in such a short time is a tough ask, even for an elite athlete like Luca Donic. These viruses don't just take the strength out of you for a few hours. They dehydrate you. They drain your energy reserves. They leave your body aching, your reflexes dulled, your stamina at its lowest point. It usually takes days, not hours, for someone to feel back to normal. And the fact that Luca didn't even address the media after Game 3 speaks volumes. Instead, he stayed behind closed doors, still receiving treatment. It's a worrying sign, not just for his personal health, but for the fate of this entire Lakers playoff run. Because the truth is, the Lakers need more than just Luca suiting up. They need Luca Donic, the superstar. The floor general. The engine of their offense. Anything less, and the Lakers' chances take a huge hit. Game 4 has now become something much bigger than just another playoff matchup. It's a must-win. Lose again, and the Lakers will find themselves staring down an almost impossible hole to climb out of. And without a near-healthy Luca, that mission becomes close to impossible. The Timberwolves are surging with confidence after their Game 3 win. Their crowd is ready to explode. Their defense smells blood. They know the Lakers are vulnerable right now, and they're going to come out swinging, hard and fast. If Luca can't play at something close to his best, it's not just going to be a physical battle for the Lakers, it'll be a mental one too. Keeping the belief alive. Staying locked in. Finding ways to score when their primary creator isn't at full strength. It's going to test every ounce of this team's resilience. Right now, the Lakers are holding their breath. They're trusting their medical team. Trusting Luca's toughness. Hoping that somehow, someway, their leader can bounce back in time to keep the season alive. For Luca Donic. For the Los Angeles Lakers. For the dreams of a city that still believes in magic when the playoffs roll around. The question now isn't just, will Luca play? It's, will Luca be Luca? Because that's the difference between life and an early playoff exit. And everyone knows it. With superstars Luca Donic and Lebron James leading the way, there's a real sense of belief inside the locker room. But even with all that firepower, there are concerns starting to bubble beneath the surface. The reality is simple. The Lakers are asking a lot from their two biggest stars. Night after night, the burden falls on Luca and LeBron to deliver elite performances. And when either one struggles, even just a little, the cracks start to show. This team, for all its talent, can sometimes look vulnerable when the supporting cast doesn't step up. It's a situation the Lakers front office is well aware of, and behind the scenes, they're reportedly exploring ways to strengthen the roster for this playoff push, and beyond. That's where Kyle Lowry's name enters the conversation. Lowry, a former NBA champion and six-time All-Star, is nearing free agency as his contract with the Philadelphia 76ers expires this summer. Even at 38 years old, he remains one of the most respected veterans in the league, a player whose leadership, toughness, and playoff experience could provide exactly the kind of boost the Lakers need. Lowry isn't the same player he was during his prime years with Toronto, when he helped deliver a championship in 2019. But make no mistake, he can still make an impact. This season, he showed flashes of his vintage self, knocking down clutch threes, setting the tone defensively, and running the offense with poise and precision. Over his career, he's been a reliable shooter from beyond the arc, hitting nearly 37% of his three-point attempts. That kind of spacing could be critical for a Lakers team that relies heavily on Luca and LeBron creating driving lanes. Imagine Lowry playing off the ball, ready to knock down open shots when defenses collapse on Luca's drives or LeBron's post-ups. Imagine him taking some of the ball-handling pressure off Dončić, allowing the young superstar to conserve energy for those big moments late in games. It's not just about the numbers. It's about the calm, steady influence that a player like Lowry brings, especially in the chaos of playoff basketball. Dean Simon of the Sporting News captured it perfectly when he wrote, "The skilled two-way point guard could prove to be an impactful player in spot minutes for a Lakers squad looking to raise the Larry O'Brien Trophy in the immediate future." And there's another big reason this move makes sense: the cost. Signing Kyle Lowry would likely require only a veteran's minimum contract, a small investment for a potentially massive return. It's the kind of smart, low-risk move that championship teams make when they're serious about winning. The Lakers wouldn't have to gut their roster or sacrifice future flexibility. They'd simply be adding a proven winner to the mix at a time when experience and leadership are worth their weight in gold. And let's not forget, the Lakers have made mid-season or playoff additions work before. Think back to when they picked up key role players during their 2020 title run in the bubble. Players like Rajon Rondo and Dwight Howard didn't just fill minutes, they made big-time plays when it mattered most. Kyle Lowry could fit right into that tradition, providing the kind of veteran savvy that can tip a playoff series when the margins are razor-thin. Of course, it all depends on timing, fit, and willingness from both sides. Lowry, at this stage of his career, will likely be looking for a situation where he can truly compete for another ring. And if the Lakers continue to push deep into the playoffs, they could become an extremely attractive destination for him, a team led by legends, hungry for another title, and needing exactly what he can bring to the table. For the Lakers, it's about more than just talent. It's about maximizing every ounce of opportunity while Luca and LeBron are still performing at a high level. Because windows like this, the chance to chase championships with generational stars, don't stay open forever. Adding someone like Kyle Lowry could be a critical move to keep that window open just a little bit longer. And in a postseason where every possession, every mistake, and every moment could define a season, sometimes the smartest move is trusting experience. Sometimes the best addition isn't a flashy superstar, it's a warrior who's been there before, knows exactly what it takes to win, and can steady the ship when the seas get rough. Kyle Lowry just might be that guy for the Lakers. And if they're serious about raising another banner in the rafters of Crypto.com arena, now might be the perfect time to make it happen.